Well, welcome to the channel. My name is Andrew, and today's video I'm going to introduce you guys to the new tow pig. It's a 2016 Jeep Grand Cherokee with the diesel. So she's got the horsepower and torque for the job. Rear suspension, maybe not so much. Might need to see about some airbags, but nah, I'm just kidding. My Dodge needs new exhaust manifold gaskets, and my wife needed my Raptor today. I'm stuck with the old family car, but I need to move some dirt today, so this is what we're going to try. We got her loaded up. Pretty good. Rear suspension's not so happy, but it'll be okay, I think, until it isn't, and then it won't be okay. But we're going to try and haul this to the back of the property and dump it. The thing is, we've got the pad for the pole barn started, and I wasn't thinking when I was making this pile, dragging all the roots and the smaller sticks and trees and whatnot, and stacking them up over there. So now we have to move that pile of dirt, and I can either move it one bucket at a time in the skid steer or the John Deere, or I can put about 6 buckets at a time into the dump trailer and put the old Jeep Grand Cherokee to work. So this Jeep is all-time four-wheel drive, and I've got it in low range. So let's go drive this and get her dumped, and then see how she handles that through the property. We'll take her nice and slow. I've got it loaded mostly over the axle on the trailer. So most of the weight's on the trailer, it's not on the tongue. You wouldn't want to go down the road like this, obviously, but we're not going down the road. We're gonna back up in case it decides to pick the back of the Jeep up. Alright, so this configuration on the tailgate's not going to work for us. We're going to have to open her up the barn doorway because of all the junk that's in this dirt. So I feel like every couple loads we're going to have to bring the skid steer or maybe the John Deere out here and push this pile on top of each other. pretty good load. If you add just the right amount of tail weight, then it lifts the tongue up for you. So then you don't have any squat. So I planned on coming out here today and using the Wrangler, which would be severely undersized. Well, undersized. That Wranglers really shouldn't tow any trailers. I think the factory tow rating on those Wranglers is like 1,200 pounds or something like that, which this trailer by itself weighs more than that. That's going down the road. Dragging it around the farm, different story. I was willing to give it a try. And that thing's got way more power. That's got a 318 V8 in it. So it's got the power. It weighs at least what this thing weighs. But if I break that, then whatever, I'll just fix it. But the hitch on this thing, I'm pretty sure is bolted to the unibody, if I remember right. I put it on here, but I don't remember exactly how it's bolted on. But regardless, even if it's to the frame, it's still a unibody vehicle. And that is a huge limiting factor in its robustness, durability. So, as fun as this has been, I think we're probably gonna call it here and just wait until I can get a bigger pickup truck out here with a real frame under it. The problem with the Wrangler is I built a bumper for it and I incorporated the hitch into the bumper, and then you got the fuel tank like right in front of it, so I can't get the receiver all the way in and get the pin in. The receiver is too long. I could chop it off. if you ever want to steal, I know this is a crappy hitch, but if it was a nice one, you want to steal it, you got to bring 2 adjustables or 1 adjustable and a tire iron. All your tools are in your other truck. Perfect. Not bad for eyeballing it. Not going anywhere. All right, so we're loaded up. Same deal, we got just enough negative tongue weight to take the squat out of the Jeep. I'm kind of kidding. Let's fire it up. We're gonna drop her in low range, just like the other one. It's an AX15 MP, I don't know, it's a half-ton drivetrain in this thing. Box frame, and I reinforced it in the rear because of rustification, so should be all right. So easy, this thing practically drives itself. think we probably have one more dump left in the battery. This Jeep doesn't have a plug on the rear bumper like the rest of my trucks do to keep that battery charged and running off the alternator if needed. So the last lift was a little slow, and unfortunately I think this is probably going to be the fourth one of the day, and I think it's going to have to be the last until we get that battery charged up. So eventually we're going to have to move all these piles out of here because the house will be here. But I got some time to deal with that. Have jumper cables out here, so yeah, I don't even have jumper cables out here, so it's not like I could like bring a tractor over here and charge it off of that or loop it to the front of the Jeep, which isn't going to be enough to raise that, but it's enough to essentially charge the battery in there. Ran out of gas last time I was running it, so it says it's 7.5 amps at 12 volts right there. So we're just gonna let this thing charge a little bit while we move this dirt around with the John Deere. Well, my wife showed up with some lunch for me, so she was in my Raptor, so I was able to plug the battery on the trailer into the Raptor and let the alternator charge it up for about 45 minutes, so it should be pretty well charged up. So we did a little bit of a heaping load on this one, so I guess now we're going to see if it's going to dump it. almost like having a horse out here, or like a work mule. Alright, well, we're gonna go get the generator and the battery charger and just let this go the rest of the day. Charge it up and then try and dump this last load. But this just isn't really working for me right now, from my own fault. But I need to, if I'm gonna keep doing this, which I probably shouldn't, I should probably use the Dodge to do this. It's a little better suited than the Jeep Wrangler. Although it's kind of nice to have the Jeep out here and just beat on it instead of the Dodge, which I actually daily drive. So the house is going to be like right here, so I need to get rid of that pile, that pile, that pile, that pile, the pile working on now, the pile over there. And really, this pile is kind of close to where the house is going to be, and these piles are going to be here at least a year, if not maybe 2 years, until all this stuff breaks down. And then I'm going to either buy some sort of manure spreader that works with like compost and dirt, but I'm probably going to build something. I've been itching to fabricate almost anything. Just I want to build something. It's probably been like 6 months since I've had a chance to like actually fabricate something. I'm kind of getting that itch again. So probably as soon as I get this pole barn put up, once the pole barn's put up, then we can start some projects. And somewhere in the next year is going to be some sort of soil spreader. Speaking of needing to close out videos, it's a pretty sweet golf cart that I built here. So I need to finish that video up too. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.